A very warm welcome to the tradingmentors.com. This is Chris here. Hope you're well and having a wonderful weekend. This is the weekly market Forex forecast for the 24th of October to the 28th, and I hope you're going to enjoy this video. It's 15 minutes of analysis and information in where we go next with currencies and other things, commodities. We'll go through them. So the first thing we're going to go into is this week's news events. There are some very important news events coming up this week which will impact on the trades. The DXY, where now, what now, who knows. We'll have a look at the US dollar index and see where we go next. The futures contracts are really important, and I know that many of you don't look at these, but these give us a head start into what's happening in the future in terms of the big dogs, in terms of institutions, where they're putting their money, where they're not putting the money, more importantly. So we'll discover what is the weakest currencies and what are the strongest currencies, and we can work out the best moves, the most profitable moves coming. The main FX markets, will have a look at all those. Where are the super trends this week? Where are the super trends for the next few weeks? The Advanced Pro charts gives us the head start as to what's happening in the markets and where the big trends are. We'll look at gold, silver, oil, natural gas. A lot of you are asking for natural gas, so I'm going to look at that. I don't trade it myself, but hey. And indices. The indices are getting ready, but not all of them. So we'll have a look at those and get into the ones that are going to make the best money this week. And I'll also, at the end of this video, give you my best trades for this week with targets and stops. And don't forget, guys, that if you're not in my Telegram group, then please join me on my daily analysis and signals. Before we go on into the markets, don't forget you can visit my VIP channel. It's $9.99 a month, and this gives you all the signals. And there's a free 30-day trial for new members coming in. So we have a look at the daily charts every day, see what's going on, give you the stops and the targets using the Advanced Pro charts. The 4-hour charts, including analysis, stops and targets when they're ready, of course, using the Advanced Pro charts. And now, to give you added value and to make sure that you don't miss anything, there's going to be setups for day trades, including stops and targets. And once a month, what I'll do is send you one of my books to help you with your development and knowledge. I've written over 30 years, I've written hundreds of books, as you can imagine, and most of them I've forgotten, to be honest with you. But as you start up in your career, hopefully those books will be highly valuable to you in your trading career. Don't forget, guys, if you're in my Telegram channel every day, if there's any news events coming out, I will send the text to the Telegram channel, so have a look out for that. And put Telegram on your iPhone if you've got an iPhone, and whenever you get a message, then it will be highlighted, so you don't have to be live in Telegram all the time. It will just notify you. Nothing much going on Monday or Tuesday. The big one is Wednesday. There's a few things going on, including the where are we? So there's a few things going on. The Canadian interest rate decision is important, and the US goods trade balance on Wednesday. So we won't be trading Canadian dollar until after the news on Wednesdays, for instance. So what time is that coming up? That's coming up at 3 o'clock on the Wednesday. So after that, then we see things to liven up a bit and get into those positions, and similar to the US dollar, although the US dollar is not one of my favorites this week, and I'll explain why with the US DXY. On to Thursday, consumer confidence out of euro, unemployment rates, not much going on there. The ECB interest rate decision is high impact. That's at 3:15 on October the 27th of the Thursday, so look out for that. That could have a serious impact on the euro. And lots of stuff coming out on Thursday afternoon at 1:30 regarding the US dollar. As you can see there, quite a few bits of information there. So it should liven up after Wednesday. Let's have a quick look at Friday. Friday the 28th. inflation rate coming out of the euro on Friday, 7:45 in the morning UK time, and in the afternoon we can see personal spending out the US dollar. So it's usually going to be happening at the end of this week, or Wednesday onwards, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, where we could see some impact and some excellent opportunities. So look out for those. But as I said, I will notify you on Telegram with any news events that are coming out, so it gives you the head start. Onto the DXY, so the US dollar index. This gives us the information that we need to say whether we're going to trade the US dollar. And as you know, we haven't traded any US dollar, maybe the US yen, you may have gone in there. But as you can see from this price structure on the DXY, we can see that it has gone nowhere in a couple of weeks and continues to go nowhere. It's now producing a nice wedge pattern, which is what we like to see, and there's lots of wedge patterns going on in the market as they consolidate, so that eventually there will be confirmation as to which direction this goes. I am still long US dollar, but I need clarification really before I actually trade it. But I expect this to start to move up now on this support level and move up to 115.16. On to the futures market. Now the futures contracts are very useful in telling us which direction the big dogs, the institutions, are going or not going in this case in terms of the euro. For sure we're seeing some consolidation. We're not seeing any sense of direction. We've got to buy, we've got to sell, we've got to buy, we've got to sell. So we have to wait and be patient, and 90% of our trades are waiting. 90% of our actions are waiting for the setups. Doesn't matter, we have to wait for those setups, and 10% is going to be our trades where we make all the money. So I'm still weak on the euro. My target for this week and the next few weeks maybe is 0.9550, but there's no sense of direction. The overall trend is still down, and I expect this to go down, as you see by the target, but euro is not one of my favorite trades. Similar situation for sterling futures. As we can see, consolidation is the name of the game. But as you can see, the sterling is now causing a wedge formation, which is what we like to see. Any breakout of this, either up or down, is going to give us confirmation as to the direction. The overall trend is down, as we can see, so sales are more likely to give us better profits. But nonetheless, sterling is mixed. On to the good old yen. Now this has proved very profitable and continues to be weak. We did see intervention on Friday late. I don't know if you realised that on your trades. We now closed all yen positions while it's sorting itself out. Now what tends to happen during intervention, the prices spike, but more often than not they tend to fail unless the Fed get involved, and it doesn't look like they're getting involved yet. However, any kind of trades on the yens this week, you have to be particularly careful, because it could prove that the intervention from the Bank of Japan may continue. It's at a 32-year weakness and continues to be a downtrend, and there's no indications on our charts to say that this is not going to continue, and it probably will. So there are opportunities coming up, and I'll show you those. However, just trade carefully with wider stops and lower risk positions. So the yen is weak and continues to be weak, as we are confirmed by the futures contracts. In addition to that, Canadian futures are weak as well. However, we've got the interest rate decision coming out on Wednesday, so we won't be putting any Canadian positions on until after the news comes out. However, this continues to be weak. As we can see, we've got the sell signal, the sell signal, the sell signal in a downtrend, and that's exactly what we're looking for. And the target of this week is 37.50. So we have weakness on the yen, we have weakness on the Canadian, and this is the Swiss franc. Now our software automatically recognizes double bottoms and double tops. These are very powerful signals, and we have a double bottom on the Swiss franc. So we are expecting the Swiss franc to be long this week. A strong Swiss franc is highly likely. We don't have a buy signal yet, So we wait confirmation, but nonetheless our favorite trades are going to be strong Swiss. Despite the rally on gold on Friday due to the intervention, we are still short gold, or expect gold to continue to be short. So the futures have confirmed this really by breaking this structure, breaking this support area, and continues to go down. Target for this week is 49,200 on the futures. Not much happening on the Aussie futures, but still very weak. And our target for this week is 0.6220. As I explained last week, any breakdown of the Aussie below this area, it is in free fall, and the target's going to be 0.5730. A massive move is likely. However, depends what happens in the next week or so. Silver futures, well, this is consolidating, as you can see. We had a sell at the top here. We've got to buy, we've got to sell, we've got to buy, we've got to sell on the software. However, now this is consolidating into this support area. So this is not tradable because it's probably going to go up, but we're not guessing here. We're putting the odds in our favors. And so silver is not one of my favorites. Onto the indices, and one of my favorite indices is the Dow Jones US 30 as it's known. And last week's video, as I explained, it needed to break this downtrend here, didn't it? If you remember, we had a double bottom, which is usually a reversal, and it has reversed and broken this now. So this is going to be a trade we're going to be setting up in the morning, and this will go to the Telegram members. So if you're in that, get ready. I'll be posting that, and it'll probably be the afternoon once the New York session starts to continue. Our target for this week is 32,659. Congratulations if you hit the target, 11044.52 on the Nasdaq. One of the most important things is to understand why we would not want to trade any particular setups, and this is equally important as ones that are going to be successful. So in order to understand that, we have to understand where the resistance areas are. We can see this is consolidating. We have a buy signal, but the price needs to move above the 20-day moving average, this blue line, and it needs to move above this resistance area as well, move into this area, and it's not doing that yet. So this is not one of our favorites. S&P 500 is exactly the same as the Nasdaq. Actually, it's consolidating within a certain range. Hit our target 3640.8, and hopefully you got that. Congratulations if you did. And now we wait. If it breaks above these areas in the next couple of days, then we will be going long, and our target is going to be 4118. Oil, this is West Texas oil. My broker does this. This is why I focus on this more than anything else. Excuse me. You can see that oil is in a serious long-term downtrend and now consolidating. Now, in order for this to be a sell, we have to wait for it to break this support line, and it may well do it in the next couple of days. Our target for this week is $80. Double bottoms, double tops are highly powerful. I posted this into the Telegram channel for members Friday, and it had a massive bounce. So being aware when the double tops and where the double bottoms are gives us a great indication as to what's likely to happen next. So our target still is 1585.9. However, we now need to keep an eye on this and make sure that it's not a reversal point. If it is, great, and we'll be in it. But at the moment, we have to wait and see on gold. So on to my favorite trades, and I've highlighted them in turquoise here. As we go down, I'll go through each of them. Now, again, be careful with the yen. It's not ideal because the intervention causes massive spikes, and it will take all your stops out. So if you're going to trade it, probably best to day trade it. And if you're a VIP member, then I will look at that for you in the mornings, and you can set up a day trade as you wish. Now, if you've got the software, the Advanced Pro charts, then of course you can do it on your own and wait for the buy signals to appear. So in terms of US yen, we still have the uptrend. We have massive divergence, which could indicate a reversal. Intervention may start. And if the Fed get involved with the yen and the dollar, then of course this could be a downward spiral. But nothing's telling us that. So we have to go by the charts that we have. So target for this week is back to 151. Actually, the high there, if you can see that, is 151.90. So the target for this week is 151.90. As you can see, my favorites are all the yens, but of course we're not going to trade them all. We might not trade any of them. It depends on the setup, whether it's a day trade or a short-term trade. But nonetheless, they are indicating continued weakness of the yen. So we have to go by what we've got. Trade carefully, use low risk positions, wider stops, and you should be okay. Now, and of course, manage your stops as well. As the price goes into profit, then move your stops accordingly. So the New Zealand yen had double bottom, typical reversal indication. And of course, the price is above the 20-day moving average. And all the buyers are in. So this tells us when all the buyers are in or when all the sellers are in. So this is a great tool to have to give you confidence in getting into the positions that you want to trade. Now, so target for New Zealand yen this week is 87.8. Due to the intervention on Friday, we locked in our profits and made profits on a lot of these trades. However, we no longer have these trades yet. However, we're going to wait now for maybe a few hours or a few days to see where it goes next. And if we get another buy signal on the lower time frames, then we'll be going long Aussie yen. Target still is 98.5. Canadian yen, well, we made some money here. It was a weird day on Friday as the intervention took in. It nearly hit our target of 110.5. But failed just as the intervention came in on Friday afternoon. So we made some money, but not as much as we would like. It's one of those things. And controlling your stop along the journey is a good idea because at least you have a zero risk position and maybe even locking in a small amount of profit. So congratulations if you made some money there. We will be looking to get back in, but at the moment we just have to wait and see. Euro yen. This is a bit of an odd one. I suspect the yen will continue to weaken and this may well go up and continue up because it's above the moving average. It's the buyers are in. However, we do have negative divergence on the MACD histogram. So this could correct itself before it goes up. So more analysis will be done and the midweek video analysis will probably help that, but no confirmation yet. Swiss yen looks a little bit better, more healthier than the euro yen, and a pull back towards 147.50, which it has done Friday. So we could see a continuation of the uptrend. We're waiting for a buy signal on the 4-hour chart. So if you're in VIP members area, then I will be going long this. There's a big figure, 154.50 is the next target for next week. On to New Zealand Swiss. Now, as I mentioned in the futures market, the Swiss has reached a double bottom and likely to reverse. We haven't had confirmation, but it probably will get stronger. And this therefore means that the New Zealand Swiss will get weaker and continue its downtrend as you've seen here. We have to wait for a sell signal, but nonetheless, if it moves up to 0.5765, we're probably likely to see it reach the bottom again at 0.550. And I will let you know once it's ready. In terms of the New Zealand Canadian, this has confirmed a buy signal in the last couple of days, so we'll be looking to go long on this. And there's good reason. We're seeing the Canadian futures weaken, so this will drive the price up. Target for this week is 0.7911. Last but no means least, I put up here the Swiss Canadian. Now this is one, I don't know if I've ever traded this. Maybe I have. I don't remember it. However, this is in a correction. Now we've done the analysis on the futures contracts, didn't we? We said that the Swiss franc is going to gain strength in the next few hours and the next few days. We wait confirmation, but it's reached a double bottom. So this is likely to continue that uptrend in the next few days. One thing you can do, if you have the software, you can go into the signal. If you right click, put on an alarm and go long on the alarm, it will actually send you an email to confirm. When it goes long, then you can get into that. But in the meantime, what we're waiting for is the price to confirm a buy signal and move above this area here with resistance, and the target for this week is 1.4020. So have a wonderful trading week, have a wonderful weekend. And if you have any questions, you can direct message me anytime on Telegram, on YouTube, on all social media if you have any questions. Have a wonderful week.